about to start, and he's playing to a totally packed room.
But we should know a bit about this very nice, kind man. So welcome back to our Tuesday night museum. We were snowed out in February, so it's absolutely amazing to see you guys here tonight. I hope you enjoy it.
I took this old Gibson out the other day. I put on some new strings and I started to play. The tones, they were so mellow and it sounded so good. It brought back memories of my early manhood. When I was around 14, there was an ad in the paper, and it came and it says, "Make your own guitar." And it was about £2 this thing. It's come on these ad papers. So anyway, my dad and my brother bought it and they put it together. And that guitar, it went together, but the action on the strings, if you know anything about guitar, was about 2 inches off the neck. So it wasn't playable. So it ended up that my mother, she was a cashier in a store in England called the Co-op. And in Co-op, it's like the Co-op here, you have a number there. And every time I went to the Co-op, I had to quote the number, and our number was 57205. I still remember it to this day, because Mum would send me down for some milk or for some sugar and say, "Don't forget to put the name down for I want the dividend at the end of the year," because we usually get a dividend check at the end of the year. Whatever shall I do? Hallelujah, the question is peculiar. I'll give a lot of dough, if only I could know the answer to this question. Is it yes or is it no? Does your chewing gum lose its flavor or let post overnight? If your mother says don't chew it, do you swallow it in spite? Can you catch it on your tonsils? Can you keep it left or right? Does your gum lose its flavor on the let post overnight? I was 14, I was playing every Sunday evening in Ealing, in a working man's club, which is like the Legion here in Canada. And I am there with my brand new Hofner with a guitar and my buddy there on the accordion, and we would play there every Sunday evening. And my dad was sometimes a drummer. He used to play the drums. And you see this thing here, Cliff? Is Cliff there anywhere? No, he's gone? Yeah, I don't blame him. Anyway, so I made that, Cliff. We should do that when we get together there. Are you pointing at the clef? So I'd always sort of cut my hands and stuff. Well, the sort of music we played back then was like this. 5'2", eyes are blue. Oh, what 5 foot can do. Has anybody seen my girl? Purple. He played lead guitar, and Alan was on bass, and I was on rhythm. And even though Richie and we done some really funny stuff, Richie was always into getting something out of the ordinary, but every now and then just to, we play some beautiful songs, and this one is my wife's favourite song. If you don't know it, I'll sing it. Dream, 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 when I was you in my arms and I need you, and all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. On the bands, but those jackets were bright orange with a red orange tie. And
the lattice black and white, thank you.
Yes, yeah. But we were so well dressed back in those days. It seemed to be the bands. It was good to have some smartness, and we polished our shoes and everything. Now this group, Mike Allen and the Sidekicks, we went down. This is the original thing from the paper back then. It was probably about 1959. I don't think the date's on there. But anybody that knows anything about where am I? Here, going back. There we knows anything about British currency, that's 3 shillings. And there's the guys. And we broke the windshield on that thing. And it cost us more to get the windshield mended than we got paid for the gig. And there we are on the beautiful, lovely summer day in Devon. Look at the shoes here. Whoops, I've got to go back here. Look at my. I had polished shoes and everything back there. Sounds combo, and this is John Puddy. I forget. Alan is the singer in the middle, and this is the bass player. There I am. This guy's Mickey Waller, and if you ever look up a Mickey Waller drummer on YouTube, you'll be surprised at the bands and the people that he had played with. He played with a lot of the big names, and he died about 2 or 3 years ago. And this guy over here, whoops, I'm very good at this machine. This is Terry Marshall. Now Terry Marshall and his dad got together and they invented an amplifier. It's called the Marshall. That's me up there. I don't think John could carry me anymore like that. But it was absolutely wild, absolutely wild. We would play there till the early hours of the morning. And then when everybody left, we would sit there and jam. And we had musicians come from other clubs. And we would sit there and play stuff until 4 o'clock in the morning. And some of the guys would come with their, what they call cellos and stuff from orchestras and join in. So it was a real education. I remember driving home, like, when you get into London, even back then, the traffic was busy, but at 4 o'clock in the morning, I had to all the way home, and my mum would be waiting for me. Yeah, still waiting for me. Yeah, that was the bar, I think. This is me with a Gretsch. This was taken in my studio at home. We had a studio, my brother and I, so that's me with a Gretsch. I had hair then. And then after that, I went with a guy called Jet. That tour was absolutely fun. These guys, Little Richard and Sam Cooke, they were just the life of party. Always there, always with the bands. And when we had a bus. It's not like the buses you see today with people in with beds and bars and everything. This was just a bus with seats, a school bus. And so Sam and Little Richard there, they would come and join the bus with his limos behind because he had more fun in the bus. So it was kind of very interesting. There we are on stage. This is me here with Gretsch. I think that was in Slough. This is Sam Cooke on stage. I took this picture. He was absolutely fantastic. He was such a nice man, very now. That was remember this? Now we're talking 1960, 62 era, and the Beatles were in Germany, and they'd come back from Germany, and they were just starting to make a name for themselves, and it just so happened that we were on the Little Richard tour, and they were supposed to. Little Richard couldn't make it. So Jet Harris, we closed the first half of the show, and Little Richard would finish the show. So Little Richard couldn't make it, so they put us to the top, and the Beatles closed the first half. And that is the actual advertisement there. Little Richard, see Jet Harris, and the Beatles below us. So that's and look at the price of the tickets there, 12 and 6, 5 shillings. I mean, you're talking like 50 cents a dollar. Now this is, I just put this one in because that's the old Gibson there. We were out camping, and I can tell you stories about that, but another time, another day. I don't want to take too much of your time up here. But in 1965, my future, and what did they see? A lion rolled running to the center of the sea, bringing the goods and the young roam land up to the seaboard and into the hands. Look away, said they, across the mighty land, to the eastern shore, to the western stand. So bring on the workers, bring on the rail, lay down track and tear down the trail. Open your hearts, let your lifeblood flow, out to the rain and away to the snow. getting away 'cause we're moving too slow. And it really talks about my journey in some ways. The song is called When Horizons Touch the Sky. As mist forms in the early morning, there's freshness everywhere. It moves across the ground like angels' wings to show its presence there. And as the warmth of the rising sun dries up this misty view and polishes up the bright blue sky to start a day anew. Who knows what beholds this fresh new day, what is planned for you and I? If we could only see beyond the hills where the horizons touch the sky. In this troubled world, let there be peace, let there be hope, love and joy. Let the dark clouds fade, let the sun shine in. Open up our hearts, let peace flow in. Let us hope and pray that wars will fade away, that minds and bonds will be no more. In this troubled world, let there be peace, let there be hope, love and joy. Let the color of our skin not lead us into sin. Fightings and beatings, no one can really win. Let us mend our wounds, let us all be friends. Let us stand together until all conflict ends. It's funny how something can mean so much. It's like a friend in my hand and it's magic to touch. It comes alive as I strum and pick on the strings. It doesn't have a voice, but to me it just sings. You see, this old J45 is not just an instrument that's made of wood. It's made of love, songs, tunes and music. All that is good. Thank you. God bless you.